We wanted to approach the exhibit from the perspective of what is all the design that go into designing an object like the bicycle. So its form, its function, its manufacturing. We also looked at bicycles as symbols. How things like freedom, gender, class, community helped to shape the idea of what we understand the bicycle as. The bike originally was probably about getting from point A to point B. When you have something that I think that functions as well as it does, how do you keep using what's at your disposal to make it an even better experience? We know what a bike is, and we have this sense. I think that allows it to be symbolic in different ways because it's got meaning beyond that now that is broad enough that people can use it in different ways. The history of the bicycle is that it's a very accessible object for lots of different people, which is a big obstacle, I think, towards fitness. People feel like weightlifting isn't for me, sports aren't for me, but a bicycle, oh, I can ride a bike. It lowers the barrier to entry. I think as adults, we've lost the joy in physical fitness, right? Like when you're kids, you don't think, oh, I'm gonna go out and exercise. You think I'm gonna go out and play at the park. But I wonder if in some way people still associate, that idea of a bike or the idea of riding, especially in a class when you're with a big group of people that you kind of have this camaraderie with. I wonder if there's some sort of like underlying psychological feeling of, youth and the joy you had when you were a kid and what that meant to you as well. Ghost bikes are certainly a public thing as well for people who weren't affected by the tragedy, for people who didn't know the cyclist. For me, the touching part about it is that they all feel unique to either the person or the people that have chosen to memorialize the person in this way. Almost a reflection of what a person chooses for their own bicycle. Bikes are a very personal object. And if they were just white bikes by the road, they wouldn't have the same impact as they do when the person's name is on them, when they're decorated in the flowers or the other mementos. By personalizing them, it attaches that memorial, that bike, to an actual person, which makes it a much stronger symbol, I think. By having a developing culture of biking, culture of cycling, coming out of a place like Blackstone and several other shops around Chicago as well that do a lot of work with kids, and where it's learn to ride, learn to repair, learn to make, this kind of culture is really important to building what the bike can be in Chicago from the perspective of, okay, are there ways that groups can, and similar to how Blackstone has, can they use the bike as something central to do something larger? The bike is what the culture is designed around, but it's not about the bike. It's about the people at Blackstone. A bike means something different to everyone, though, I think. It means accessibility, it means freedom, it means it's a way to express yourself. It's a way to towards economic opportunity. It's a way to give yourself some joy. It's a lot of different things, and I think it's very personal for every person.